Don't get scammed. In this controversial episode of the podcast, I'm going to outline what I think are the top 10 biggest fitness scams of all time, and I'll empower you with some general guidelines and a filter that you can use to identify if you're being fitness scammed by somebody. Tune in and take notes.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
What's up, guys? I'm Coach G, one of the coaching team here at CrossFit Edwardsville. And in this episode of the podcast, I'm going to talk about fitness scams. Not just will I outline the top 10, I think, fitness scams of all time, but also give you guys a way to see through the bullshit and identify whether something that is presented to you is potentially a scam. Because one thing you'll notice with all of these is that they exploit people's desire for quick fixes, easy solutions to your fitness challenges. And all of this should, for you, highlight the importance of skepticism and doing your homework before investing in a fitness program. So without further ado, let's get into what I think are the top 10 fitness scams of all time. Starting with number one, setting it back to the 1960s and 70s, we're going to talk about vibrating belts. People who were around in those times remember these machines that promise to melt away fat simply by they shake your body for you. So you strap in, you let the belt do the work, but no actual fat burning or muscle building benefits were achieved. This is straight infomercial, lying you to your face nonsense. Vibrating belts from the 60s and 70s, right off the bat, the first really big, I think, fitness scam. Fast forwarding then to the 2000s, the Ab Circle Pro was marketed as a way to burn belly fat with minimal effort. This Ab Circle Pro supposedly would help you to lose weight with this simple side-to-side motion thing that it did. The company ended up settling a $25 million lawsuit over false advertising claims because it was nonsense. It was a scam, and eventually that always comes out. So, number two, Ab Circle Pro. Let's go to number three, toning shoes in the 2000s. If you're in your 30s or 40s, like me, you definitely remember these toning shoes. Brands like the Skechers Shape Ups or the Reebok Easy Tone would purport to help you burn more calories and tone your leg muscles just by walking, which I want to be super clear that I am in no way implying that walking is a bad exercise. It's not. It's a great exercise. In fact, my grandfather, who lived to be, I think, 104, his major mode of exercising was walking, and I believe that that is a big part of why he maintained a high level of physical capacity, a robust, healthy body, even into his latest years. But anyway, studies later showed that these toning shoes offered no significant benefits over regular walking shoes, and that led to lawsuits and settlements. It was a scam. Let's go to number four. This might be the most famous, maybe not the first really viral fitness scam. In fact, if I were to say, hey, name fitness scams, this might be the very first thing that you say. The first words out of your mouth might be the shake weight from 2009. This is a dumbbell with this hilarious pulsating motion, marketed with the promise of more effective workouts in less time. And, while the dramatic bicep pumping action there does engage muscles, the exaggerated claims of rapid and dramatic results were misleading. Plus, obviously, the activity looked like something else, which was either hilarious or gross, depending on your perspective. The shake weight, 2009, my number four fitness scam. Let's go number five. And I'm probably going to rattle some cages, probably going to upset some people with this one. Free trials for supplements. the more that you know about the nutrition or fitness supplements industry, the more you realize that it is 99% a marketing game. And the things that sell the best are generally just the ones that are the best marketed, the flashiest, the things that catch your attention, the flashy bottles, the things that get you to pick it up off the shelf because it looks fancy and attractive. Many companies offer free trials of their stuff for weight loss or muscle building supplements that lead to automatic billing or difficulty in canceling subscriptions. Most supplements lack any kind of scientific backing for their claims, but you can say a lot of things on a bottle label or a box label that can sound super attractive, and it sells you this idea that just take this supplement, it will solve your problems, you'll burn fat faster. This is not to say that no supplements work. I don't want to say, suggest, or imply that. I do not want to give anybody the idea that there are no place for supplements, because there are, for many people, their medical wellness, their health literally depends on taking certain supplements and the right supplements in the right doses. There is a place for supplements, absolutely, but you have to be very skeptical when you enter into the nutrition or health or fitness supplements market, because most of it out there is purely marketing, and a lot of it is just straight scam. So let's go to number 6, body wraps. Body wraps promise to help you lose inches in a short time because they, quote, detoxify, unquote, and slim your body. With these, like any weight loss is usually water weight with no real impact on fat loss. So it's more like a temporary artificial situation with a body wrap that makes you look smaller. It's that quick, easy fix mentality, once again, that is coming through with this scam, body wraps. Let's talk about number 7 here. And I'm probably going to rattle some cages and upset some people when I say this also. But Herbalife, the brand, is often held to be a scam. You know, in some aspects, it's a legitimate business, but Herbalife, I think, has been, I believe, reasonably accused of being a pyramid scheme, with most distributors making little to no profit when they're promoting meal replacement shakes and supplements, sometimes marketed with exaggerated health claims. Again, related to the free trials for supplements above that I talked about, you have to be super, super cautious and skeptical when it comes to supplements, maybe especially so when it comes to the Herbalife brand. Let's go to number 8, vibration machines. You might remember seeing the Power Plate, which is a vibrating machine that you stand on, and it claimed to stimulate your muscles through vibrations. So you get these quick fitness gains just by standing there. And while electronic stimulation, which I'll talk about more in a moment here, is definitely a legitimate way of getting muscle engagement and to some extent increasing the force production measured on EMS of your muscles, the idea of significant weight loss or muscle gain without traditional exercise is misleading, including if it's a vibration machine. Let's go to number 9, electronic muscle stimulators. Now, I want to be very clear that I don't hold that there is no place for EMS, electronic muscle stimulation, in fitness. Certainly, as a physical therapist, I have my doctorate in that. We used TENS units and E-stim and Russian stim to at least some effect clinically, and it has been shown to increase muscle force production output, which can help people who are recovering from a total knee replacement. where they have to rebuild their muscles' ability to produce force, the electronic, the nerve, muscle firing. But that's to get muscles functioning from a state of handicap or limitation back to a status quo. It's not a way of killing body fat fast. So if anybody is trying to sell you an EMS, electronic muscle stimulator, to tone your muscles or replace traditional exercise, that is a complete and total scam, and you should avoid it like the plague. Let's go to number 10, weight loss teas and detoxes. I've got friends in the health and fitness space who I respect that express their belief that the idea of a detox is actually a scam in and of itself, that the whole notion of detoxifying the body through a tea or some cleanser or something else, that whole thing is by its very nature a scam because it's completely unprovable and it's just very clever marketing. I don't know if I would go so far as to say that the entire concept of detoxification is a scam, but I would say that I do believe most supplements or drinks promoted with the idea of detoxing your body is one of those things that probably sounds good on the surface, but makes extremely marginal difference in your success or failure, whether you want to gain muscle, cut body fat, have better cardio, better endurance, better strength. The results are probably very marginal or slim at best, especially in the light of other things that make a much bigger difference. So, to super quick recap, 10 massive fitness scams. Number 1, vibrating belts. Number 2, Ab Circle Pro. Number 3, toning shoes. Number 4, the shake weight. Number 5, certain supplements. Number 6, body wraps. Number 7, possibly Herbalife. Possibly. Number 8, vibration machines. Number 9, electronic muscle stimulators. Number 10, weight loss teas and detoxes. So what can you do to protect yourself against getting scammed? Right off the bat, anything at all that promises a quick fix and an easy solution that does not require you to actually exercise or eat in a healthy way is probably a scam. Because anybody who's really achieved great results in the health and fitness space knows that the eating healthy and the exercising part are just the two most fundamental prerequisite pieces, not just of your better health and fitness picture, but also just living a great life. There is a real value in developing the self-discipline to say no to short-term highs and saying yes to things that are greater and better than a sugar rush could ever give you. And any product or service that says you're going to achieve a great body, your best life, without any form of self-discipline, without improving self-discipline, without having self-discipline, is probably a scam and should raise red flags to you at a minimum. Those are some general guidelines that you can take and use to avoid getting scammed when it comes to health and fitness. Now, the good news is there are funner, more exciting, more effective, more engaging ways of doing exercise, and healthy eating does not have to suck. Healthy eating does not have to be a suffering contest or a lifetime of unfun foods you don't like eating that you force feed. Healthy eating does not have to be like that. But if you want to find out, you want to learn more about what enjoying your exercise journey, finding a more exciting, more effective exercise journey, and finding out how you can really enjoy the great panorama of foods that are possible, how can healthy eating look good to you? What can you do to make the healthy eating journey exciting? We have coaches here that can help you to identify what that looks like for you. And if you want to learn more, find us on all the socials. Visit us at CrossFitEdwardsville.com. Book a no sweat conversation with a coach. It's free, no cost to you. And we'll talk to you about what your health and fitness journey looks like so you can actually get where you want to go, but also kind of enjoy the journey on the way there. That's a better way. For now, I thank you for the gift of your time and your attention, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of the podcast.